Okay, so I'm going to term this part one real quickly. How can you get married in the 21st century? As and specifically, I want to speak. I want this. I want to share this for Nigerian couples specifically. How can you get married in 21st century under 500,000 naira? Under 500,000 naira. How can you get married in the current Nigeria economy in the 21st century? Number one, you've got to understand why you both are coming together, which I'm not going to dissect in this video because I've done that in other videos. Understand, why am I together with this person in the first place? Is it because I want to prove to people that I can be married, or do I have a greater assignment? Sometimes a lot of the reasons why people put together so much of a statement of a wedding is because they're trying to prove something to somebody. So once you sort that out and you sort out insecurity to show your classmates or your street mates or your church mates that this is how you can get married to, or this is your gown, or this is your tuxedo, you are already going to save costs as a result of certain and sorting things identity, sorting out identity issues. Good. Number two, you've got to you've got to be realistic about what your season is. So ask, where are we currently? What do we have? And what do we need? What do we have as in financially? And what do we need? One of the first things that you need is not even bride price or whatever price that you're paying. You first of all need premarital orientation, because if you pay a bride price and then you don't have the orientation for the marriage you're getting into, then what are you both doing? I'm sure you don't need, it's in the news. You can see how people continually, how marriages are continually breaking down as a result of lack of orientation. A lot of people who did gigantic events. So it's not about that. And I'm not saying bride price and all those things are not important, but what next? Premarital orientation. What do you need to invest to get that? That's what your money is supposed to be going into first. Your spiritual orientation, premarital orientation. Do you guys know what you're getting into? Don't say, oh, yes, I know. What's the proof that you know? You must have certain proof and track record. If it's that you guys have read 100 books combined or whatever, like you can't just say, oh, I know, just because I know. We must have some sort of track record that you actually know. The next point is, when you've done that and you've enrolled yourself in a fantastic premarital school, please check the description to see how I can serve, because we have one as well. And there are also different people that I know as well that do this. So if you're looking to have premarital counseling, quality one, please reach out to me. Let me help you through that journey. Then you consider what are the most important needs by the family. And that's where bride price comes in. And it can always be negotiated if it looks like it's outrageous. It can always be negotiated to discuss based on your current season. Oh, this is what I have, mom. This is what I have, daddy. What can you do for us? And you both talk about it and you discuss it to a reasonable price. Now, the day you are giving your bride price, we're still on the third point, you can tell them that you would like to have the traditional wedding or whatever ceremony that the family likes on that same bride price event day. And you say that's when you want to do everything. There's nothing you really, I mean, okay, there are a few things, because let me not say there's nothing. There are a few things that cannot be negotiated, but there are many things that can be negotiated. If you discuss with them and let them know this is what you're looking at for now. And if the mother of the bride says, no, these are, you can let them know, hey, we always have anniversaries where we're going to celebrate our milestones. For now, this is our reality, and this is how we are going to be able to get married. If we want to get married now, if we don't want to spend the next 7 years still walking around single. So you do that. I know that the problem with this costing comes a lot when family members want to intervene, because they want to show their friends. So if they now want to make the bride price exchange a blast, good for them. But you can make it a sitting room event and let them know that's the thing you do. You can call your pastor on that day, or if you want your pastor or your religious leader to come on it on the customary the day you're doing the court wedding. Fantastic, that is also possible. So you do that, then you go and do the most important, because even if you do traditional wedding, you can't carry that certificate. At least at this time, I'm going to say I'm married. It's the one but recognized by government. So you go and do your court wedding. You just pay a few the things that are needed to be paid for. Then you can call your pastors, your church member. Once you've done the signing, some course local governments have spaces where you rent just a few things for reception if you can even afford it. It may be a situation whereby you don't even have it. Maybe you just pack things in the nylon for maybe the 10 people that you called to come and witness the event. And you do that. And if you want it to be a bit bigger, you do canopy, you do your chair with the thing you can afford in that on that particular Thursday. I do They do it most of the Thursday, and you do it and you move on. So based on the three things, I think it's the fourth one I just shared now that you shared. That one you can do it. You do it together with your spiritual leader. That's all. You are married. I don't know. Is there any other thing I'm missing? Why I said under 500k self and I did not reduce that money was because the bride price for different people is different, and the negotiation level is also different. So I want to allow you get into your own context and use it in terms of your reality. And you guys use other money that you have as gifts for those who are going to give gifts. Use it to build your home. The events that you're so desirous of, you can always do that to your 5-year wedding anniversary, 10 years wedding. You can always do that. And for you both, you can get into a restaurant, a fine dining, depending on what you can afford. Again, maybe from your gifts, celebrate yourself together, be happy that you came together. And actually, hopefully it's the first time you're having sex. Enjoy yourself. If you can lodge into a hotel for a night, there are different cadres or different categories of hotels. So you don't need to spend 1 million naira or 100,000. I think there's some for 35,000. So if that's your thing, but if you don't even cannot afford that, go home and start living your life. You will see that the most important things, by the time you go home and it looks like, we didn't do anything gigantic, you see that you did. The premarital orientation and counseling is one of the most important things because you've started to build your life. You've settled things that you need to settle with the family. Good. You're moving on. And then the court wedding, you have the certificate. If you want to travel, you act as your legal spouse or whatever else you want to do. You want to change your name. So I hope I didn't miss any other point. I hope there's no other point that I missed. So why do we complicate things for ourselves that can be uncomplicated? I think I want you to share with me in the comments. Is there any other thing that I missed? Please, I actually want to know. Is there any other thing that I missed? For the honeymoon, I already gave you a mini honeymoon version, and that's for people who can afford it. If you can lodge in a hotel, or you just go for fine dining, you go to your home and go and start building it. Go and use the money to build other things. So, is there something that I want you to share with me? Other things that can be added, or maybe uh, I mean, somebody wants to say that we should remove something from this list. I don't think so. I think these are foundational things. But I truly want to hear from. So share with me your comments, share your thoughts. Also share this video. Let's start. Let's let's start talking. Let's start having this conversation. Let's start having this conversation to get people out of pressure, male, female. It's not even just a male thing anymore, male, female. So at the end of the day, many people spend money because they're having identity issues and they want to feed their ego and they want to prove a point. That's the thing that is costing them. It's the truth. I'm saying no, I help women meet, I help successful single women meet and marry their husbands, and I help husbands meet and marry their wives as well. We create content like this on this amazing channel every week. There are other kinds of content we also create as well. So please check our playlist, explore, look through the things that we have to serve you. Check the description to get great free resources that I have for you. I'll see you in my next video. You can see me on previous video you've missed. Thank you for watching.